We had seen Eilean Donan Castle on a previous visit to Scotland as we took the bus from the Isle of Skye back towards Inverness. The word Eilean means island, and Donan is the name of an Irish missionary who came to Scotland in about 580. Donan was a hermit here, and there remains that there was a Pictish fort here. In 1263, Alexander III gave the castle to Collins Gerald, who became the founder of the Mackenzie line, for helping him defeat a Norwegian king. Although after that king died, shortly after that, Magnus took control of all of the Western Isles of Scotland. The MacRaes were the bodyguards of the Mackenzies here, and were called the constables of the castle, and known as the Mackenzie's coat of mail. In 1719, less than 50 Spanish soldiers were garrisoned here, trying to create their own Jacobite uprising. They were waiting for a cannon to come from Spain. Before it got there, 3 English frigates attacked the castle. Because the walls were 14 feet thick, it took subduing for them to finally take the castle. But then they found the 343 barrels of gunpowder, which the Spanish had there, and they used it to blow the castle up. A little while later, the Spanish were finally defeated at the Battle of Galashiels. The castle was restored between 1919 and 1932 by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae Gilstrap. The restoration included the construction of the arched bridge, giving easier access to the castle. This is one of the most photogenic castles in Scotland, and so it's appeared in more than a dozen movies, including the first Highlander movie.
Just stay on that 8:30.
Maar eigenlijk kom je zo'n poco in Haarstraat. Poco de conversaties de je moet je kop ophaken. Dus als je nou kom ik eigenlijk de zo'n de parks of shots of
This is the really nice public toilet I went in Liverpool that won a Loo of the Year award. This is Ardvreck Castle, home of the MacLeods. Built by Angus More III in the later half of the 15th century, Ardvreck Castle began as a simple rectangular block 3 or 4 stories in height. Almost a century later, Donald Ban IX enhanced the castle's accommodations by adding the tower in the fashion of the time, the vaulted cellars and vault over the great hall on the first floor. Throughout its life, Ardvreck was the scene of much violence, with murders, executions, and sieges by both traditional enemies and quarrelsome branches of the MacLeod family. In 1795, the castle was struck by lightning and largely destroyed. Many ghosts are said to haunt Ardvreck. The weeping daughter of a MacLeod chief who drowned in Loch Ascent after marrying the devil in a pact to save her father's castle has been seen on the beach, but the tall man in grey, often seen in the ruins, seems to be an altogether happier ghost.